welcome to the Gransberry Chronicles weekly pick'em. It's week 7. I'm your girl, the Gransberry, better known as the Stadium Queen, the Ballpark Terminator, and I got my boy Coach B Pat on the left. So glad to have Coach Pat back, and I got my boy D Jones on the right. And all I got to say is, can you see me? Can you see me? I know you see me. My Stros just finished off a great finish. They headed back home from Fenway Park with the lead in the series, looking for a big holdout on Friday to take it on to the next World Series opportunity. I know D Jones just told us he don't want to hear about that. But it's called manifestation, right, Coach Pat? We manifesting.
Manifestation.
So,
don't jinx that thing. Don't jinx that thing.
Before we get into our games, because it's not really some great games this week, so we got a little time for some shade. And so we've been having an interesting topic about
week.
Well, okay. I have been having an interesting topic concerning some holiday candy. Those in the world that consider it edible, they call it candy corn. Those of us who have great taste, we call it flavored candle wax. Now, I will be honest with you. As an adult, I have not had it. I don't even know if I had it as a kid. If I did, it was probably punishment. So,
I for sure had it as a kid.
You for sure had it as a kid? So,
I had it.
It wasn't anything that I went and got. Hey, it was one of those, give me some candy, and somebody gave it to me.
Look, Raphael, let me make sure you understand something about the Gransberry. She speaks no lies. She exaggerates no things. And when I say I'm going to have the candy corn, I mean I'm going to have the candy corn.
What is that?
Don't
Bumpkins.
try me. Okay? So
you got different kinds.
Hey.
Different kinds.
Look, I do my research.
It's disgusting across the board.
I understand if you eat candy corn and you may have worms, that you may have different types of worms. Some of you have the cone shapes. Some of you have the pumpkin. I do my research. Oh, and I heard that this was the best brand, Brock. So, I went and got top of the line. No Walmart versions, no off the market stuff. Okay, I brought the real deal. So when we talk about it, okay, look, what I tell you what we're not going to do is ice cream. So, before we get to a further discussion on this candy corn, because I know it's some people, look, they've been giving me a hard time this week on their little candy. They little bitty candy that don't come out but barely a month out of the year.
The most disgusting candy ever made in life.
So you know what? We're gonna have to rank the most disgusting candy. Okay, I'm gonna put a poll up about that tomorrow. That's gonna be the next thing, because I heard some
candy
people say
number one.
Those funny looking peanut candies and some type of egg marshmallow thing at Easter.
Oh, them not pigs. The little squishy. I know what you're talking about. The little squishy eggs.
All those descriptions tell me it ain't gonna work.
Hey, you can go ahead and put.
I'm sure it's
disgusting.
I'm sure it's all bad for your insides.
You can put baby Ruth as number 2.
Look, it's horrible candy. Okay,
Peeps.
Horrible. It is. You are right, Raphael. Look, that is exactly the language that someone like me would use. It is the epitome of nastiness, not just nastiness. Okay, you get worms from consumption. Okay,
where you get the worms from? How you put worms on it, though?
Huh?
How you put worms on them, though?
Look, your stomach got to be turning over. But look, just like some of these games need to be turned over, roll through these games right quick that we need to get out the way so we can head on into tonight's game. I may consume fully a piece of candy corn on this show. This gonna be the first time I know in the last 30 years I ever attempted this.
Nah,
only reason why I'm saying that is because I don't remember childhood. It might have blinked me out, like Men in Black. You know how they on the Men in Black one, they do a little flash. After you ate that candy, that's what you needed when you went to the doctor. He just went. He don't want you to remember that. All right. So before we go back to candy corn, D Jones, get those games out the way that don't matter.
All right, we're gonna call this the candy corn games of the week. We're gonna say Green Bay over Washington. We all picked Green Bay. Coach went solo picking Miami over Atlanta. We all picked the Patriots to beat the Jets. We all picked Carolina over the Giants. We all picked Vegas over Philly, Rams over Detroit, and we all picked Indy to take out San Fran. Shout out Clint. He didn't believe in this team, so I don't believe in this team. So I'm going Indy too. So let's go.
And so, I got on my Army hat because I feel like I was going to be in a battle with these candy corn folks, these, wax lovers of flavored wax. It's, I don't really know, your mama didn't have good cooking or something. Because, I mean, for you to want to eat your mother's cooking and then follow it up with candy corn. Something ain't right. Like, my mama makes great sweet potato pies. She makes an amazing pound cake from scratch. And I couldn't imagine saying, pound cake we go up the street and get pumpkin.
Come on, right. It's not disgusting. It just don't have no taste. It ain't nothing I'm fit to eat.
No taste.
It's like you described it when you talk about wax. When you say wax, it's just.
It's like when I think of wax, I'm thinking that candle wax is out, or you pouring it out, or something.
You think about something else, Coach. That's something else you do with your candle wax.
Oh,
you and your what you and your lady friends do is y'all business,
y'all
man.
I know. See, I try to keep it PG. See,
hey, look.
Jones read my mind. PG-13. I try to keep it PG-13. Instead, D Jones wanted to take it to rated R.
Because you say I read your mind because I knew where you was at with you and your ladies when y'all doing y'all wax, man. That hot wax thing. All right, let's go. Let's roll.
All right, let's go.
All right. Okay. First game up. Denver versus Cleveland.
Yeah.
The only reason we're even talking about this game is because there's so much, up and down surrounding whether or not, Baker would actually get the surgery. We now know that Case is going to get the start. So obviously it's not in the best interest of the team or Baker's health to be out there. I mentioned this briefly in the chat when we talked about the game last week. And I said, between us guys, I talked about how you're injured or you're hurt. And so Baker made a very good comment in his press conference when he stated that, if I am detrimental to the team winning, then I'm going to make a decision not to be out there. And I'm not going to really get into who made that decision, but that is the defining statement. When you are at a point where you are injured, you are not in the best interest of your team if you keep playing. A lot of people play through hurt. A lot of players have done that. And I'm of course my sport is not as contact, but I've been injured and I played through, and that's what happens in sports. But I wasn't injured. The correct term I would use is I was hurt. And so to me, I don't like when you're playing and then things aren't going your way and then you lean on your injury. If that becomes what you do, then get out the game. So if you got to do all this grabbing or whatever, and it's not working, because you know why? Because when that works, then everybody wants to highlight it. He overcame this and this, and he played through this and this. So the downside to that is we get to say something when it's the other way, because you want the extra accolade for playing hurt and what you overcame. But then it's like everybody's forced to not be able to pick a side. Even with Case starting right now, Bridgewater's still been holding. I really did think they were going to beat the Raiders. I guess we all did, but that didn't happen. So who you got on this week, Derek?
I got Denver on this one. Excuse me. And it's mainly because Cleveland running game is hurt.
Exactly.
Is injured, should I say. Not having Chubb last week was a bigger issue. And then when Hunt went down, they was doing a good job pretty much stopping Hunt. And then when he went down, even though they may have a capable guy behind Hunt, he's not Hunt. He's not Chubb. So that team needs the running game to be successful. So I'm going to go with Denver to take this one on the road, especially on a short week. And then, Case is able to win this game, but I'm going to go with Denver.
Oh, so Coach, before you give us your pick, we want to give a shout out to Doc. Doc, thanks for joining us. You know what? You still need to claim your gift from week 1. You were winner week 1. What's up? But we gonna move on and let Brandon tell us his pick. I'm sure he don't have much to say on this one.
I'm changing my pick from the earlier pick that I had this morning. I'm going to go here with Denver as well. Same thing, injuries, and I think Denver's defense is going to step up and try to get a win.
Simple. I can't believe you changed the pick. All right, now let's get to Cincy versus Baltimore. But before we do that, I'm gonna try to open these pumpkins. Oh, mellow cream. That already sounds disgusting.
You picked the flavor?
No. I just bought the different types. I'm just telling you what the packaging says. Now it says that
don't
this
think
is
you,
what their candy
you thinking
brand
about it.
says.
You thinking about it too much.
It says
just eat it.
Making moments. That's
it.
What you say. That's not what I do.
Just jump in there. Sometimes you just gotta jump in there.
Hold on, you gotta hear their slogan or their theme or whatever. Making moments of your day just a little sweeter is our passion. Our products are made with the finest quality ingredients. We're proud to have delighted consumers for over 100 years. So, I guess they want to make y'all love wax. I mean, y'all must have had bars of soap in your mouth often as a kid. Because then you know what? You probably could find good value in this.
It ain't got no smell, dude. It's like
it don't really have a smell.
No, it ain't no smell. Ain't no taste either. I don't know about that one. You say it's cool or something?
Exhibit A, a pumpkin.
Show the bag one more time. Show the front of the bag. You was moving it too much. Move it over. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad I got my nails
that
done.
Just looks disgusting.
I can't just bite into it. So I gotta see what's in the middle.
Get in there. Get in there, girl. Go get it.
Wait, y'all. It's really like candle wax. Look, I can't even.
It's got the wick.
Hero says all sugar.
Yeah, that thing's about to have an entanglement with your mouth.
You sure you want? I don't know if you should have did that before we did a game. You know what I'm saying? All right, why you deal with that? Coach, let's go to the next game. Why she doing that?
It tastes like hard serve.
Why you did yourself like that, man? Why you do yourself like that?
Next.
Ooh. You ain't swallow it? You ain't take it off?
You didn't swallow it.
You got to take the whole. You got to chew the whole thing.
Okay, I'm gonna try the whole thing later. Look, I can't even talk right after eating that. The next game was Cincy versus Baltimore. I'm picking Baltimore.
That's it.
Just somebody else go.
What you got, Coach? I'll let you go. Go, Coach.
I'm going with Baltimore. They're getting ready to hit their stride a little bit more. Cincy is 4-2, surprising record. But Baltimore's at home. They got their running game, and like E. Jones said, the man is not a running back; he's a quarterback. So I'm going with Baltimore. D.
And
Jones.
Cincy not surprising to me. I mean, I can't say I expected them to be better than Pittsburgh. That's surprising, but I'm not surprised by them being successful early on. I believe in Burrow. I believe in what they got going over there. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm going with Baltimore because they're at home and they're playing very well. And y'all need to stop playing with Lamar. Let Lamar do his thing. Stop playing with the boy. Let him play. Let him just do what he do. Stop trying to label him. He's a football player. I used to say the same thing about Brett Favre. He's a football player. Just leave it at that. But I got Baltimore.
So I done settled in on the sugar rush. I probably need my sugar checked after that. Because that was just pure sugar. Now you know what? I've never had a pumpkin. So the first two ingredients in a pumpkin is sugar and corn syrup. So sugar
and sugar.
So it was sugar. So that's clear. And look, it's even got sprinkled sugar. You see that? That's sugar.
Oh.
So let me go back to what my issue with Baltimore. I changed my pick last week, and originally I would have been solo because I said Lamar was doing his thing. Mm-hmm. So Lamar is my new theory of how we pick Russell. I'm not going to bet against Lamar because Lamar's team doesn't bet against him, right? They're going to always do what Lamar wants to do because they believe in Lamar, and I do too. So it was just, bad decision. We thinking teams coming in off their hype, they gonna kill your hype. The difference is it's not even just about, quit treating Lamar like that. Quit treating the Ravens like that. They're playing team ball. And hold me on this now. I understand that Lamar is leading two categories for his team to score. But that also means that even with all the injuries, defense is doing enough to put the ball back in his hands with him not having to play catch up. Now, we know he played catch up 2 weeks ago. I'm just saying with a team that's had that amount of injuries, other than us looking at rosters during the game, that is not being displayed. They're playing ball out on all three sides of the ball. So for me, I just have to give him that credit. I agree with you too. I never had Burrows to be looking bad in the beginning. With Cincy, I just felt like they were going to need more pieces. And only thing I would say different about your statement that you made about you didn't expect them to be playing better than the Steelers, I think that goes in reverse. We didn't expect the Steelers to take such a step back in their playing. Yeah. It's same thing, but the Cincy is looking how they should look. It's the Steelers who are not looking how they should. It'd be different if we were saying it the other way, like how we say KC is here, Chargers is here, and we expect both to go this way. Steelers was doing this to us. We didn't expect them to like explode, but we definitely expected them to play more complimentary football than what they've been playing. Fair. So that's my, only difference on that. Now, before I have to, get to the next game, I'm gonna get to the next game because I don't think I'm ready yet to eat another sugar ball, or wax. A wax cone. So far what I've determined is this is a sugar pumpkin. But look, y'all think I'm trying to be mean about this wax. The third ingredient is salt. I guess that's to help with all this sugar. But then after that is confectioner's glaze, sugar.
No sugar.
Gelatin, sugar. And then sesame oil, honey, sugar. And then we get into wax. So when I say wax, just because it's edible wax doesn't mean you're not eating wax. So all of y'all out there in candy corn cult, when I say you eat flavored wax, it's the truth.
It's sugar wax.
Okay, it's the truth. Y'all heard that hard ass candy hit the floor? That candy's so hard, we're gonna drop another one. That candy is hard. Okay.
That sounds like a
That's
dice
how.
on the floor.
Look.
Like you got a dice
Anyway,
game going on in the background.
hey,
Shake them up, shake them up, shake them up, shake
hey, that
them.
sounds like some dice. All right, Mike. Shout out to Mike. He said the Steelers need a QB change. I don't know if the QB change is going to really help at this point. With Juju out, it's just a lot more going on with them than just
they don't
changing
have the QB they don't have the QB to change to, but we're not talking about the Steelers this week. So
exactly. So let's move on to the next game, and we got Shy versus Tampa Bay. I really only want to talk about this game because I heard an interesting conversation between some other media outlets about, maybe, obviously the confidence level and the play of Justin and where things were going. And if Rodgers was to leave the division, this would pretty much become the Bears division because Justin is pretty much further ahead in that. And they don't really see, and I agree with this statement that the swapping out of Cousins over Case didn't really change much for the Vikings. So in that sense, and we don't even need to mention the Lions. Like the Lions are worse than mentioning us because they have longer history and they're still at the same spot as us. So it's like, it's very depressing. And shout out to Mitchell Brock. I understand you're loyal to your team like I'm loyal to mine, but it's a wasted spot in the division. We already know what place they're coming in. Even when they, do perform, we already know they're going to lose their playoff game. So as, Calvin. But anyway, in that, I'm going to make it very clear back to this game on Shy versus Tampa that I'm pretty much going with Tampa for being at home, for being just more of a complete team. It's not even against Justin. I think he'll, have a decent performance because the defense is still not where it needs to be yet for Tampa. But they'll definitely have enough offense for me to hold off the Bears playing on the road. Coach?
Tampa Bay. I mean, they're gonna beat the Bears, and Justin's gonna have a hard time this week, I believe. I mean, he's trending upwards as far as since the first game with that horrible play calling. But they're getting better, and defense is starting to take ownership and trying to get them the ball in good spots so he can have shorter fields. But Tampa Bay's on another level right now. I think Richard Sherman is out. They're depleted a little bit on the secondary, but I just believe Tampa Bay is going to have enough bullets in the gun to pull this off. D. Jones.
yeah, man, they secondary was depleted before they brought Richard in, and now
True.
he's
On top
hurt.
of that, right?
So but Todd Bowles will have that front all on Justin's back. So Tampa Bay on this by a lot.
So, back to Brandon, he made a comment and he didn't know I would take it this way, but he said a hard time. So I think we need to have a hard time with the original candy corn. I'm going to read you the ingredients again. In candy corn, we have sugar, corn syrup, confectioner's glaze, and salt. So salt moved down to number 4. So we have sugar, salt, and then wax. So again, you wax lovers, stop being mad that I'm telling you what you are. It's a fact. Read the ingredients.
So this one don't have honey? No honey in that one?
Oh, it's some honey. Apple wax.
Okay. So they just
the artificial flavor.
Same
honey.
stuff. They just reordered it. Okay.
They just reordered it.
Yeah.
And this is yellow number 6 and yellow number 5 and red number 3. So I guess red number 3 is orange. So while we get ready to get into New Orleans versus Seattle, and I know most of you are probably like, why are we talking about this? Because Gino has had some rough last possessions in his last 2 outings. And, I don't think you can write a story rougher than what he has had.
Man.
Gino,
the little engine that could, it's just like, you feel so empathy. You feel so much empathy for him sometimes.
It's like this candy, right? Because it's sweet So they say, and it don't even look appealing. What? This is like a decayed tooth.
It's the shape of your nail.
And I wouldn't eat my
Almost.
nails. So I
I just said the
mean,
shape.
okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna try the candy corn.
who you picking? And then we'll watch you. Who you picking? Because you're gonna struggle after
I'm
you.
I'm still gonna pick I'm still gonna pick the Saints on the road. Coach,
Saints on the road. Gino's gonna fumble again.
He said Gino gonna fumble again. I think we all got the Saints on this one. I'm just gonna go with the Saints D, and Seattle's defense is still struggling. So we're gonna go with the Saints on the road here. How that candy corn treating you right now?
I guess because my mouth hot, it just melts.
I was about to say, did you eat the whole? Oh, I can see it. Oh, you gonna at least you finish this one. Don't spit it out. You gotta finish it.
You're gonna be up bouncing around all over the place.
Does it have a taste? Do you like taste or flavor?
It's just Seattle. I mean, it's just sugar.
It's just Seattle. I think Michael say Seattle by 3.
By 3.
It's possible. It's possible. I doubt it.
Okay. Yeah, y'all some wax people too. This is gonna sound crazy, but I don't think I'm too far off. This stuff.
We ain't got no sponsors. You good?
I just feel PG-13. This
They say they're on BET now. It's it's easy.
This stuff is just hard to chew. These pumpkins.
Yeah.
You heard them hit the floor. Now let's see what these sound like when they hit the floor. I have to clean this crap up.
It's not as big as the pumpkin. Oh,
see,
it's still
that sound like one of
that was 3
chips.
That was 3.
Just throw like you only threw one pumpkin. Yeah, it's still out. That's still.
But I think that other one sounded like it hit you upside the head. Look.
It does hit
it's
you
a
upside the
freaking
head.
show. I'm sorry, Doc. Wait, here you go. See, that sounds like it knocked you in the head.
That pumpkin one?
Look, shout out to Doc.
Shake 'em up.
Dr. Dennis. So, Doc, how often do you see patients who have had too much candy corn and pumpkin? And do you expect them? Because Doc is a dentist and he does a candy trade-in. You trade in your candy. And I want to know, are people passing out these to the kids? Or is this some kind of like adult infatuation?
No, they pass them out to the kids for.
Yeah, they pass them out to the kids.
Is it tinted complexion?
No, it's cheap candy.
No, who passing out the candy? Tinted complexion?
Maybe so, but the kids love it. Believe it or not.
I want somebody to tell me that this is what they go to the store and purposely buy to pass out. And I want to know how you passing it out. Are you putting it in little sandwich doggy bags? Because
they got small packs
sell this individually.
They don't have small packs. I wouldn't know. No.
What?
No.
Before COVID.
Not in the no.
Look, I'm telling you, I looked at 2 candy stores and I didn't find any individually wrapped. This was the smallest bag I found, and I'd be dang if this is what you giving out this whole bag for.
No, that's not what they're doing. They dump them in there, and the kids dig it out.
That's it.
Individual pieces in the candy sack. Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is I done had too much sugar in this last 30 minutes and just eating 3 little pieces of candy. I don't care if it is seasonal. What seasonal got to do with it? When they sell candy for to give out for trick-or-treaters, they put it in individually wrapped bags. Period. I have a favorite sucker. It's a heart-shaped sucker with a little white design on it. They sell it every year at Walgreens. It's my favorite. I stock up on it every year. And they make them individually wrapped only during Valentine's Day. So don't tell me about seasonal. I know what seasonal mean.
Doc gonna get on you about all that candy you stocking up.
Oh, sorry, Doc. All right, we need to move on because we gotta. I don't even know why we have to do this to ourselves, but we gotta talk about the home team, Houston versus Arizona on the road. We thought this would have been like our awesome matchup.
Who thought that?
Long time ago, like
Oh,
long time ago, something to look forward to. Because remember, we know who we playing a year before we play them.
true.
So that's what I mean by that. But obviously, it's not going to happen. I'm so glad I opted out of this trip. After the rain in Buffalo,
You're welcome.
the exhausting at Thursday night football.
You're welcome.
There's only so much you can do to yourself, and so Arizona was one of those that I opted out of. So obviously,
You tried.
I'm going.
You tried to go.
I tried because I'm addicted. I guess like some of y'all people with this candy corn, you just told yourself if they flavor the wax, you'll eat it. So I'm going with Arizona by a lot. I mean, we gave 31 to the Colts.
It's gonna get ugly.
And 40 to Buffalo.
Derek, what did I say last year? With feel good
medicine.
This ain't no feel good medicine. This is like this is gonna. I don't know.
Do y'all think they're gonna put a 50 burger on us?
Yeah, it's possible.
No,
it's possible.
I don't think so. 40,
Hop going for 200 yards and 2 to 3 touchdowns. Period. I promise.
JJ's gonna get about 2 or 3 sacks.
JJ ain't had I think he got his first sack last week. Yeah, he come on, man.
Out that game with 4 sacks. Like you said 1 sack and then add up. Might be some half sacks and stuff like that. But
didn't they have somebody get? Chandler got 5 in the first game.
Mm-hmm. So Chandler might sack him and say, "Here, JJ, here's your sack." So
Mills gonna just go down for 2. He just gonna sit down for 2 of them.
But he gonna self-sack himself like Eli used to do.
Just go down,
right? And then on top of that, Mills gonna throw about 2 or 3 interceptions. Tim Kelly is going to. The offensive coordinator is going to try to do some screen passes 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So
I can't look. Let's move on to the game.
It's gonna be ugly.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly.
I mean, we just have to be honest. It's
the crazy part about it is we're going to be crazy enough to watch the ugliness, but yeah.
And on to the game of the week. It's KC versus Tennessee. Tennessee just came off a thriller win on Monday Night Football. As Derek always says, one team's mistake is another team's great play. And that is exactly what we saw in the last 2 minutes. And I will say, Monday night has been giving us a good show.
Yes.
Period. Regardless of what we think it should be, whatever. Like it's got us down to the end trying to hang in there to see it. We all talked about we would have probably kicked because we would have loved to have seen overtime, but you go for the win sometimes, and it just seems unnecessary. It just seems unnecessary.
Yeah, I'm cool.
The play call, that's the only issue I have with that.
No, but he's usually in that play call.
If you're gonna go for it, everybody in the grandma, saw that was gonna be the play. Once he went up to the front, once he went up to the line,
you can always question the play call. I like the aggression, all of that. Their secondary was depleted. Their secondary was hurt. You got the better team on the field. Give your team a chance. In one way, it's like, I have confidence in my guys to get it done, but that wasn't going to win the game. That was just going to extend the game. So you still had to go and score the touchdown in the last few seconds. So I mean, I'm not questioning that guy, whatever. I'm just saying if I was in this position, I would have took the 3 and opted for the overtime. And I'm 90% sure they would have won in overtime. But
Well,
hey.
if it was my decision, I would say stick to a pumpkin wax over a corn wax.
You say the
So
pumpkin over the corn?
it's hard to get done, but hard versus soft. So I would just say the pumpkin.
Hold on, let me give you a final. We got to pick the game. We ain't picked the game. We talked about the game. We ain't picked the game.
Man, I'm picking KC, and this is why. I know they on the road, but Tennessee's a little depleted. They a little depleted, and they're not gonna have all those guys back. And another high-powered offense will benefit from that. That's one of KC's top things. I don't think flying through the air. We didn't see flying through the air with Tennessee on Monday. They kept it on the ground. So, and oddly enough, everybody kept saying, like, you're not going to stop Henry, right? So you can switch it up, slow it down. So you want to force Tannehill to not be a threat. Because even with Henry being the quote unquote threat, Allen hurt them a lot, against Tennessee. Quarterback play hurt them a lot. So I don't know. Mahomes figured out his jitters with his interceptions and everything else, and he got that a little bit more contained. I think even with all of that, KC should be able to find a way to get a win. Coach?
I am going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to go. I think, I know we've talked off and on about how their defensive setup was. I mean, it was surprising what happened, what they did last week as far as beating up team like that, but defensively. But the issue is, I mean, I know the run game might come into play with Tennessee against that defense that we've been talking about, but I think Kansas City may squeak this one out just for the simple reasons that they got a little bit more offense than Tennessee's ground game from the aspect. And, Julio's hurt. Or we're not saying injured, he's hurt. And then
he injured.
He injured.
He stay hurt. He stay hurt.
He stay hurt. And so, and I just don't trust Tannehill in this, thing. I mean, Tannehill and Baker Mayfield, they're interchangeable to me. They have to depend on the running game. So I just think Kansas City is going to pull this out. And simply because of the quarterback, Mahomes and, and Kansas City wants to win. They feel they have to win to get a momentum because that division is not going to be as easy as they may feel.
So, Curtis, here's my thought on that before Derek answers his pick.
That's a good question.
Most of the time, you want to try to take the threat off your other side, right? So you would like to have your 1 and a 2, but I don't. Julio's like 1.5 because he don't play enough. He explosive when he out there, but he don't play enough. But I think that's what Tennessee was going for because we obviously know they got a run game. They already had a QB that can do the play action. So the only reason you would even entertain to take on Julio is you had to be looking for a more definite wide receiver 1 slot and wide receiver 2. Like, why else would you instead of just?
Well, they had the 1. They just needed somebody else. It was probably a reach. You know what I mean? I mean, they did need another receiver. It was definitely a reach for them. Yeah. I mean, you get him because his name is Julio Jones, and the potential that he has if he's out there. But that comes with risk, and the risk is he going to be out there? Right. So what they say, the best ability is availability. So I mean, if he's out there and he's ready to go, then yeah, that would have been, it's risk and reward, right? You risk something, but if he pans out, then it can be a big reward. Number one, you got AJ that he can pair with. He make your quarterback look better, take some of the pressure off of Henry. So the risk reward factor is there, but it's just Julio's
The
being
execution
Julio right
didn't
now.
show up.
Yeah, it's just not
So
working
with
out.
that,
So I was actually leaning towards Tennessee, but hearing myself talk about Buffalo and that decision, and hearing y'all talk about KC, and I'm like, you know what, you're absolutely right. So I'm flipping like you, Gransberry. I'm going KC on this because I feel like, again, KC is going. Their defense is still suspect. Their defense is still going to be a problem this week against King Henry, and they'll end up in another shootout. But they have better guns than Tennessee. They got automatics over there, and they got a 6-shooter. So I'm going with KC.
all right. So I said I was gonna give the mellow cream another shot because I completely ate the pumpkin. I mean the candy
cone.
corn.
Yeah, the cone. Here we go. You keep smelling. Does it have a smell?
I
You know
gotta
she
smell
smells
my food,
everything.
man.
But you smelled it already. It didn't. You thought it was gonna develop a smell. Okay. Smell it again.
It's
One
gonna
more
smell
time.
like a pumpkin.
You gonna bite it or you gonna just the whole thing just go? Oh man. I need my what a chronic. I mean the old NWA. Smell like cardboard.
Smell like
Man.
cardboard. Curtis said the same thing.
That's a lot. That's a lot. You're not gonna be able to finish that.
She gonna be bouncing off the wall.
Yeah, she is.
Knocking pitches off the wall.
Man. Is it taking you
This
back to
is
your childhood?
Candy corn and Gransberry entanglement.
It is sugar.
You sound like, hey, you want some
You
sugar?
don't sleep as it is. You definitely ain't gonna sleep.
Definitely ain't gonna sleep tonight.
You ate 3 pieces of that, and you don't eat sugar like that, man.
Okay.
She gonna have a headache.
You turning red already. It's just like.
All right, my hand's starting to feel funny. So
tinkling.
the servings say 3.5 of these is 30 sugars. So it's a soda. It's more than a soda. Yeah. And
three of those in one setting.
3.5. So I guess you about a half.
Yeah, 3.5. Okay.
And then 15 of these is 28. 15. Who is eating 15 of the? You could have built a mini candle in your mouth.
In your mouth.
What's that song by Boys Men 50 Candles?
Hey, did you know they got cherry? They got cherry. I hate cherry, so that wouldn't work for me. But
I like cherry, but
is that like licorice? That's hard.
That's what I know. Michael gonna have to tell us about that because
that's some nasty candy.
I don't know
too,
who.
dude.
Look, when I was in the store, they had another pack.
The black
they had another
kind.
pack called Autumn.
Yeah,
it was called Autumn, and I just think they keep coming up with gimmicks to make y'all buy this candy because I couldn't even find it. Like it was like over in a weird section.
That's why they keep selling it because people buy it. They got a cult. They got a following.
Well,
shout out to Kathy. What up, Kat?
People buy old chicken too, so that don't mean it's good. All right, I think I look all the candy corn coat. I tasted your crap. I went to Walgreens. They didn't have that when they had autumn candy corn and pumpkins. And you know what? Until somebody said that today, I had never even heard of this little thing. Okay. Um,
Not little when you get 3.5 more than a goat.
no, I mean they hit the ground hard too. I think you can knock somebody in the head with this if you throw it at them.
So one of
Don't throw
those,
stones, throw candy
so
corn.
one of those are like 5 of the other ones. Then when you
Yeah.
think about it,
Yeah. Yeah.
wow.
Well, I can't get these away because I done opened them. But if you know how many road trips Brandon has been on, we'll get you a bag of Brock's pumpkins. Oh, what are you eating right now, Kelly? What are you eating? Look, one of the
She eating the same thing you eat
right now. What are you eating? Are you eating pumpkins or pumpkin wax or corn wax? Which one?
It's the same. They just in different shapes. You read the ingredients.
You know what? I have a friend. She said the reason she don't really like Mexican food is because it doesn't have enough variety. And I'm like, how you say that? And she was like, well, they either in a taco or they fold it over in a burrito, but it's the same inside, so it's not really creating much variety. Now I don't agree.
Same deliciousness.
But that's her logic. But the
Same
logic
deliciousness.
of these candy corn cult people, they like these pumpkins, so you really like these too. Is what you're saying. You like them all? You like them all? She probably like them all. You know. Well, I'll mail you the rest of them because other than throwing them on the floor and I gotta pick them up. It's not much I can. That's just too much sugar. I just don't understand. That made my hand hurt. But you
Shout out to Kelly.
Look.
Billy on that
thing. She called you bougie
under the bus at the end, but that's okay because everybody knows in my inner circle.
Hey,
I ain't going to Walmart.
It's just the truth.
And so it's not that I'm too bougie. I just don't like the store.
Charge or else.
Or else. And look, let me tell you, my last time being in a Walmart, and it was about five years ago. And I was very upset about it. So I'm gonna be quick. No, I'm not, but I'm gonna tell you what happened so you can understand why my feelings was hurt. I'm gonna keep it on time. So I'm at the airport and I can't get in my truck because the battery went out in my remote. So I call my boyfriend at the time and I said, I need you to come pick me up from the airport because my battery done went out in my remote and I can't get in my car. So we're going to need to go to Walgreens or whatever. And I didn't want to Uber because it's like by the time I got to my car, it's like a little about 11ish. It's like 10:45, almost 11. So I didn't want to really be in an Uber that late at night. So I'm like, come pick me up. I done already looked up the closest Walgreens. So they tell me, well, he tell me, no, we just gonna run over to Walmart because it's closer. And it's, I know where it's at. And we're gonna go in and get the battery. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't like Walmart. I don't think that's a good idea. Walmart late at night. It's just too much. I can't do it. So then we get there and I was like, I'm just gonna wait in the car because I just don't want to even go inside. Like that's how I abstain. I'm just like, I don't even want to get out the car because I don't even want to see the atrocities going on. So he's like, I can't leave you in the car. It's too late at night. You got to get out and come inside. So I was like, dude, I want to get in and out this store. So we go in, we find the battery, and it's one line open with a real person. One. And the line is long, and it's this family in front of us. And I mean, the kids are doing everything a kid shouldn't be doing in the store. They taking all the candy off the rack. They pulling on their mama. They fighting with another lady. And I'm just like, I'm looking at him like using every 4-letter word with my eyes that you have me in this store. So he's looking back at me, and then he realizes I'm upset. So he looks down because he don't even want to make eye contact with me at this point. And I kid you not, this is literally what starts going on in front of us. This is verbatim. I will never forget it because I was so disgusted. It was a nice family, and the what I realized is the lady was the aunt. So it was a husband and wife and an aunt. I don't know whose sister it was, but she was the aunt. And it's these bad kids. Bad. Like they should have been in the bed, just bad. So the kid is breaking things in the store. The daddy ain't let go of that beer because he trying to get that beer before midnight. So the aunt literally starts pulling on the kid, and she says, "Are you white? Are you white? Are you white?" And I'm like, I'm so disgusted because I'm like, what is wrong with these people? I'm ready to go. I don't even want the battery. I don't even want my car at this point. I'm like, we could tow it home. Like, I'm just over it, right? She literally goes, "Are you white? Because you're acting bad. Like white kids act in the store." And I said, did this woman just say that to her family member and in public? And so he looks over to me and he says, "You right. I'll never bring you to Walmart again." I said, "Oh, if you bring me to Walmart again, you could just tell me we're breaking up. Because this right here is too much. I should not even have to see all this. Y'all, it took an hour to get that battery. Like, an hour. Why does it take an hour to check out at Walmart? Why? Why? Why?
Because Target wasn't open.
You just said one person.
Because Target wasn't open.
Man, we could have went to Walgreens. So on that note, I'm not too bougie for Walmart, but I just enjoy my time too much to be in there. And I'm not self-checking myself out everywhere I go, even at Target. You checking me out. I don't get no discount for self-check. So I'm not doing no extra work. All right. So all you pumpkin heads and corn heads can leave me alone. I tried your wax candy. I don't need to know about any other flavors. I can't wait till it's discontinued until next year. And in the meantime, Coach Pat, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you? And it surely won't be in a corn stalk.
Nope. You can find me at Coach B Pat on both Twitter and Instagram. Hit me up.
Oh, Derek, I'm sorry. I was supposed to think about where to find you. I was too busy reading people talking about that doggone candy, talking about the kid had a bag of candy corn probably. I'm sorry. Look.
Hey, get at me at djones.804 on Instagram. On Twitter is that boy D Jones. Go Stros.
Yes, go Stros. And if you like pineapples on pizza, jalapenos when you need them, that's me. But if it's candy corn and pumpkins, that's not me. And so I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Nobody gave me the answer yet to Coach B Pat's question. So I'm going to take the first DM with the right answer. That's the DM only again. With the right answer.
Get a question one more time.
The question is, how many road trips has Coach B Pat been on? Okay. Candy corn is not the best. So you need to go on Little Brave, and Falcon. Go away. But I want to thank everybody for joining us. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at the Gransberry. I'm going to have these purses on sale. By next week, you need to get your girl her own football purse. I got them in 4 colors. Look, they fly, fly, fly. They much better than candy corn. Hey, but if you want me to fill up her purse with candy corn, I can do it. I'll find plenty of it in the trash and put it in the bag for you. Just we'll put a sign that says not edible. And on that note, because I love you dearly, you've always been great to me. And I love it when you join us and be so inspirational. And haters, I love you even more. See you next time.
Go Stros.